In the future world, there is one thing more important than face value. That is your rating. Everyone's eyes are equipped with a special chip. You can check other people's ratings at any time. Out of 5 points, those with high scores are respected. Those with low scores are ostracized. And if the score is reduced to 0, you will also be put in jail. The heroine's score is 4. In the elevator, she meets a lady with high scores, and the heroine hurriedly pulling out her cell phone to find a topic. In this world, as long as you slide your phone, the other person's circle of friends will be projected in front of your eyes through the chip, and only you can see it. The two of them talk to each other, and they also get a 5-star reciprocity. After lunch, the heroine came to a high-grade neighborhood to look at the house. But a good house is always not cheap. But it happens that there is a special offer. As long as the score reaches 4, 5 or more rents can be 20% off, which only makes the score of 4, 2 score. So she approached the scoring consultant for help. The consultant said that if she wanted to reach a score of 4, 5 in a short period of time, she would have to get 5 stars from people with high scores. Evening girlfriends contacted the heroine. She wanted the heroine to come as a bridesmaid. That day to the scene are more than 4, 7 points of the big man. The heroine agreed. Back to the airport. The need for 4, 2 points above to take the car. The heroine only 0, 1 points. In the heat of the moment. Foul language. Direct temporary deduction of 1 point as a punishment. At this time a 1, 4 points of the big mom stopped the car. The big mom asked for a ride. The heroine hesitated for a moment or get on the car. Along the way, the big mom talked about her 6 or 8 years ago. Her husband had cancer. The hospital gave the only opportunity for treatment to another person with a high score. After the husband's death, the big mom no longer counts after the death of her husband. The aunt no longer cared about the score, but also guided the heroine. After dawn, the aunt and the heroine no longer the same way. She sent the heroine off, but also gave her a full case of water jugs. The heroine for the first time felt that some people in order to score, do not want to help her at all. The heroine disguised as a sci-fi drama fan rubbing windmills, but suddenly the girlfriends told the heroine not to come. Before let her come because she wanted an old friend with a small 4 to do the wedding speech, which can give her extra points. And now the heroine only has a score of 2 points or more. The heroine is willing to come in order to improve the score, but at this point, the heroine has to go to the wedding site in order to get a high score. So the heroine hurriedly rushed to the wedding site, but here only 3, 8 points or more to enter. Had to take a shortcut. Finally the heroine woefully appeared in the wedding scene. Pick up the microphone. The heroine in the speech nostalgia and girlfriend's happy time, and angrily burst out of the girlfriends of the heroine's black history. And the heroine got a lot of 1-star ratings. The score dropped to 0 points. By the police put in jail. The heroine's eyes in the chip was taken out. She finally sees the real world as it is. The heroine locks eyes with the prisoner across from her and the two begin to curse at each other. But the expression on her face is a smile as she walks into the prison and at the same time walks out of the prison of her mind.